Miss Benita. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Actually, I'm doing great. My grandbaby, she done spoke her first word. She done said mama. My daughter, which is her mother, she actually got on roll at the award ceremony, so I'm happy about that.
That is lovely.
You know, and then
She
the
have
kids.
a ceremony?
Oh yeah, she did.
You want it?
Yeah, she got a little trophy, so I'm proud of her.
That's good.
Things are down, but you know everything kind of steadily comes back up, so I'm doing all right. Better.
That's good. I like that you're smiling today. You have a beautiful smile.
Thanks.
Keep that smile on your face. I'm glad things are going okay. So before we begin, I want to remind you about how serious we take the Confidentiality Act here. And anything we say will remain in here unless you talk about harming yourself or anyone else, and I'm mandated to disclose that information.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so has any information changed since the last time we spoke?
I actually did come in earlier, to see about getting my husband's information and stuff started so he can come in here. He has to wait though, so he has to come in another day next week. Other than that, I've just been keep calling jobs and everything, just hoping for the best. That's about it, but nothing much really.
Okay. So, do you remember the exercise we did when we looked at the eco map we created?
I do, but can you explain it to me?
Yeah, my pleasure.
I remember you mentioning it, but
Okay, so you don't know what the eco map. You don't remember what eco map is in general?
no, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. Basically, this eco map, it basically is a summary of the things that happened in your life previously. So these are events that happened to you or that you are going through, and this is you in the middle. And so right here we put lack of education because you said you didn't. You got your diploma, so that was well, but you didn't pursue higher education. Right. We talked about your land. Your mother-in-law left you that land in Smithfield, and we talked about the stereotypes and how you're not going to let that negative stuff get to you. So basically, these are while you were talking, I was just jotting down notes, and I was just talking about different aspects that has happened in your life. And so, do you still have a copy of that?
I do, but I kind of think I left it in the car.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I do want to talk to you. Do you remember last week when we discussed the different programs we have here at the Department of Social Services?
Oh yes, the SNAP. When is the closest time I can get started on that?
Okay, so I did input your information into the system, and I am waiting to hear back from them. And your information is in. You are eligible, but I'm just waiting. You're going to receive a card in the mail, and you have to register your card. And after that, so I would say between 7 to 10 business days, and you should receive that. Also, I see you enrolled yourself in the job skill classes. So within that class, I think it's a very good opportunity. People, they just forget to do it, but we will help you form, or if you already have a resume. I think you said you already had a resume, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so you already have a resume, so we're going to update your resume, and we're going to
Perfect.
check for grammatical errors and things of that sort. We have a good team here for that. We're going to help you apply for jobs. We're going to do that. We also...
I do have a question. It's kind of like piggyback riding, but as far as my food stamps, or SNAP or whatever you want to call it, will I know how much money I get for that, or?
You'll actually get a letter first.
Okay.
And that letter, probably will get to you. It's going to get to you before the card gets to you. Okay. And basically, the letter is going to say, "Dear Benita Banks, this letter is in regard to informing you that you are qualified for the SNAP, and it will tell you your balance. And because 8 people are within your household, you're going to get a decent amount. It's going to be enough for you and your children to eat off of."
Okay. And then also, Is there anything that it doesn't cover?
You're not allowed to like go to a restaurant or anything and
Okay.
get food like that, but you know you can get any frozen foods and candy or gum or you know food that you need, your necessities definitely. But you can go to your neighborhood Walmart or Farm Fresh and get groceries and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And earlier you said something about had anything changed. I did forget to mention that I actually lost my medical insurance, being that I'm out of a job. So
Mhm.
now, like, if my kids get sick, you know, or my grandbaby gets sick, I don't know what I'm going to use because I know they're going to want something out of pocket. So,
Okay.
is there anything you guys can do to help me there?
Are you familiar with Medicaid?
No.
Okay, so Medicaid is a healthcare program that assists low income families or individuals. And if you were able to get food stamps, I'm pretty sure you can get Medicaid as well. And that will basically cover you because you're the mother and your children.
Mm-hmm.
So all of you all will be able to get health insurance just to make sure if you all get sick or if you need any long-term assistance or you need to get seen in the hospital, they'll help you. You can go to the emergency room at any time.
Thank you, because my kids, they have like weak immune system, so they're bound to get sick any moment of the day, any second.
They get sick often. Okay. So when you lost your job, how'd that make you feel?
Now thinking about it, like I'm starting to think my bills are starting to get higher. I'm trying to keep a positive outlook on everything, but now that I just remember, like, I don't have my medical insurance for my babies or myself, and my husband doesn't have a job, so I'm kind of like, where do I go from here on out? So I'm kind of frustrated. I'm annoyed, actually, but I don't show that in front of my kids.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so when exactly did you get a phone call or how did they tell you?
They sent
lost
a letter.
a letter?
Yeah.
And when did you get that letter?
I got the letter yesterday when I got home after I left here.
Yesterday. And what all did the letter say? Do you remember?
Well, I missed a payment because of the fact that I lost my job. So, being that and pay up, they kind of like canceled my medical insurance. So,
Do you remember how much the payment was off the top?
well, two of my kids were sick at the same time. So it was like $300-400 that I don't have now. I paid some of it, but you know, they're not lenient. So, I mean, they were so lenient, but now I don't have any insurance. So, especially like if my grandbaby gets sick, my grandbaby was gonna need my insurance. So,
Did you have custody over your grandchild?
no, just being that my daughter, she fell underneath me, so I kind of just put the baby underneath us as well, just paying for her medical insurance as well.
Okay. Okay. Let me just.
And then, is there like another process that I'm gonna have to go through with getting this insurance?
No, after we input your information, like I said, I already have all of your files and information. So once I input that data, then that's another letter that you will receive.
Okay.
And they'll basically tell you that you qualified for the health insurance and that you're able to get that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know, all these problems were gonna be coming up. Like, it's really stressing me out. Like, the other day, I had an anxiety attack, and I had really bad anxiety attacks. So, like, now that I don't have any insurance or anything, I don't have anything to cover my anxiety pills, and I get those pretty often.
So, what medications are you on?
Just volume
Volume.
that helps me calm down.
milligram doses you take?
I don't remember.
You don't know.
After I took the last one, I kind of like.
I understand. It's fine.
So I've just been trying to do like these little breathing exercises and things like that.
How often do you have anxiety attacks?
Well, just recently, I've had 3 in the past 2 weeks, so they haven't been this close. Usually, I don't have to really, worry about them. But when I get anxiety attacks, they're really bad.
So what calms you? What can you do to when you're anxious and you're going through a lot? What do you do to relax yourself?
I kind of just go for a walk. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I just have to, just try to figure out, how to calm down. Or I just pretty much stay to myself. I don't like to be bothered. Because I always freak out because I end up not breathing and things like that. And so now I just walk around now.
That's good to have a coping skill because sometimes people don't know where to go. And if you can maybe do yoga or meditate or like you said, you go on walks, that's good. That if you're feeling amped up or you feel like you're going to have an anxiety attack, you now know what you can do. And so, yeah, you want to make sure you take care of yourself doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So what about your bills? Are your bills good at home? Or did you pay this month's rent?
Man, I did pay my rent.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like my utilities go, my power bill went from $200 to $300, and I don't know how. I mean, I do know how it's 8 people living in my house or whatever, but we try to be conservative with everything that we use. I don't know, and I just use now majority of my money to pay, the rent for the trailer or whatever, and the little money I have, if I put that towards the power bill, then what are my kids going to eat? I don't have any money. So I don't know where to go, what to do. I mean, I know where to go. I'm here, but, now I'm still waiting to see when I'll be getting that, And I don't have 7-10 days to wait. And my power bill's due next week, and I don't know if they're going to be lenient.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to wait for these jobs to call me back. I've been calling them. Everybody keeps pretty much just blowing me off.
So, with the jobs, have you been calling to say, hi, my name is Benita Banks, and I'm calling in reference to my application, and I want to know the progress of the status of the application? Have you been doing that?
I did 2 of them yesterday. One of them, phone was busy. I don't know what they were doing, but I don't have time to keep waiting. I need a job now. I need to help take care of my family. I need my husband to contribute. He doesn't ever contribute anything. All he does is sit at home. Okay, I understand that you're here trying to help, with the kids at home, but I need you to help financially. I can't be the breadwinner in this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he understands how I feel, and it really makes me angry. And it's just annoying. I'm annoyed at this point, actually.
I totally understand. So you're struggling with...
I'm sorry, I don't mean to pour everything out to you.
No, you're fine. That's my job. So, have you talked to your husband about the programs here?
I have. I mean, I had him, try to come in, but he acts like he doesn't want to do anything. I mean, I think it's just because he's gotten so used to just being at home that he doesn't feel like he needs to contribute. No, but baby, I need you to contribute. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the only one paying all the bills by myself. Then what money do we have left over just to spend on the kids? What are the kids going to get for Christmas? Nothing. Because he doesn't want to contribute. I'm the only one. And what if I don't get a job before Christmas? I don't know what I'm going to do. I still have to figure out how we're going to pay rent, how we're going to pay these other bills, utility bills, Luckily, our water's free. We get that from the well. I don't know. It's just crazy.
So, what are your feelings right now?
I'm frustrated. I really want to cry, actually. But I actually mentally prepared myself not to. just for the sake of my kids, because I don't want my kids to see me like this, like the way you're seeing me now. That's not fair. I don't want them to know that we're struggling. They shouldn't have to know that. I want them to know, mommy's okay, mommy's got this, daddy's helping here, you know. I don't know.
I understand. So what can we do to help you cope with stress and just to help you maintain?
Find me a new husband.
Well, I can't do that. But what helps you when you're upset with your husband? What do you like to do?
I like to go to the beach. I like to listen to the water. I love music. Oh, I love music. It's really soothing. It's calming.
What type of music do you love?
I like all kinds of music. I really like soul music. I like R&B. I like instrumentals.
I would have to agree with you. I love soul music. It's like the music today has no meaning to it.
Nothing at
All
all.
they do is talk about drugs, violence, guns. The old music in the olden days, they had the true meaning to the music.
Mm-hmm.
But back to this. Okay, so next, let's talk about.
Is there anything that you can do as far as like right now? Should I file for unemployment?
Did you try to do that already?
No, I didn't know like if I had to like wait a period of time or anything like that. I mean, I just got laid off.
I understand. You will be eligible for unemployment, and depending on what they say with that process, if you don't get that, are you aware what TANF is?
No, what is that?
TANF, okay. TANF is. Hold on a second. Let me just check these notes. Okay, TANF is temporary assistance for a needy family, and basically it's in a cash form, and it's money that helps you pay your bills. It helps you for everything in your household. You can get food with your TANF, pay your bills, get clothes, and just helps you do everything. It doesn't cover health insurance, but again, that's what the Medicaid is for.
Right.
So the TANF is another type of government assistance provided to help the needy, low-income families.
Okay. Well, I need that. Shoot. Until I get this job, whatever comes my way, I need it.
I understand. So, about how many jobs would you say you've applied to since we've last spoke?
Before I got here, I applied to a couple, and then I applied to like 5 more after leaving here the last time I saw you.
Okay. Do you remember what type of jobs they were?
I'm pretty hands-on. Like, I don't like just sitting at a desk and that's it. I want to get into something, you know, like what I was doing at the shipyard. I was painting, and then like what I was doing at the farm. I didn't really enjoy the farm, but the shipyard was more fun because I get messy. But like, I like hands-on things, so I applied to Home Depot.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Maybe chop up some wood or something.
So you enjoy using your hands, and
Yeah.
you enjoy engaging when you're working, not just
My daddy taught me how to do that. My daddy did.
I'm from the country too. That's what we used to do back in the day as well. Do you know any other jobs you've applied to?
I wouldn't mind making tips, so I actually applied to like this little country diner down on 60. I don't know if you know what it's called. Something Anna's Diner, Pancake Diner,
I'm familiar.
something like that. Yeah, I applied there. I've heard tips are really nice, and I never tried it, so I figured I could do that. So I want to try that. Anything to get the money rolling in at this point. I'm desperate at this point.
So, okay, so I was just thinking, since you applied, you said you applied to Home Depot. Lowe's is kind of in the same family, and Sears and all that is like in the same family. So maybe we can get you into some more jobs like that.
Mhm.
Or if you want to work more in the tip section, you can think of like Applebee's or
Mhm.
Cheddar's or maybe Buffalo Wild Wings or types of job. It all depends on what you're interested in and what kind of work that you're interested in. Again, I remember last week you talked about how you liked working with your hands and how you wanted to do something like your shipyard job. So, again, within the program that you'll be in here, that's where you use your resume. And in your resume, you'll be talking about the things you did at the shipyard. So, again, you painted and you've been painting for 5 years, so you're pretty qualified. I'm pretty sure your work is good. They taught you new things, and so that will be in your resume to make your resume strong because you have the job experience. And from there, you will be able to, build and shape your resume and apply to more jobs within the job criteria that you're looking for.
That sounds good to me at this point.
It's going to be okay. The best thing to do is to remain positive because, look, outside of social work, life can get hard. And, you have to don't be discouraged. You have to wake up every morning and just be positive because life can get hard. And I know you can't be stressed. You're living at home, 6 children, a grandchild, a husband. Then you're thinking how the bill's going to get
They drive me insane to keep me sane, if that makes any sense at all. I think if it were me by myself, I wouldn't even, I don't know. I think I would just be struggling. But yeah, I definitely will keep calling them. Definitely, actually, I'll give them a call after I leave from here, see what's up. But yeah, with the school and everything, I really want to go back.
Okay.
I do.
And like we talked about the last time, we have the classes here. And I can get you the paperwork. Let me check the files. Okay, so like I said, we have day classes and night classes provided. And basically, I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. Yes, we have day and night classes, meaning Tuesday and Thursdays at 2 o'clock. And basically, the classes will, it won't get you a college degree, but it will get you something close to it. And jobs look at it similar. And basically, here at the program, you'll learn the skills that you need to become successful. And I highly recommend this program here at the Department of Social Services. It's really good. It's really good. I know you talked about you wanted so you wanted to take the higher education course.
Most definitely.
You wanted to take the job training course, correct? Okay, so we would have to schedule you. Okay, so what days do you feel you're most flexible with?
Every day, right now.
Every day?
Yeah, until I figure out if any of these other jobs will call me back.
Okay. So, again, the resume classes, those are Monday and Wednesday. And we have different times. We have 10 to 2. You have a 10 to 2 gap, and then the second gap is from 4 to 8. So would you feel more comfortable coming in between 10 and 2 or 4 to 8?
I do 10 and 2, so that way I can put my kids on the bus, and then I'll be back home in time, to see them get off.
Okay. And then what about the other one? We have on Tuesday and Thursday. We have availabilities. It's a course starting at 10, and it's the same time. So which would you rather do 10 to also on Tuesday and Thursday?
Yeah, those are perfect.
So I will import your data, and I will see where that takes us. Again, so in the mail you should be receiving a letter about your TANF, about your food stamps. I'm sorry, your SNAP. I'm sorry. And then you will be receiving information about your Medicaid.
Mhm.
And then we will see you scheduling. Well, you'll be here Monday through Thursday, 10 to 2, for your courses. And do you have any other questions, additional questions?
No, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
Again, you have my number. And if you can't reach me, you have my assistant's number. And if you have any questions, I want you to feel comfortable to talk to me. And it doesn't matter the hour, it doesn't matter what time. I care about you. I'm not someone in the streets that don't care. I care. So I want you to know if you need anything, if you have any questions, to feel free to call me anytime. Okay, so
Thank you.
what time do you want to schedule your appointment for next week?
12 o'clock.
Okay, so today's the 9th. Well, you're the first one here. I don't have any other appointments. So we can do the 19th at 9 o'clock. Or you
Mhm.
said 9 or you said 12? I'm sorry.
12.
12, okay. Oh, you want to get the kid on the bus first. I understand. Okay, Ms. Banks, I will see you next week.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Looking forward to seeing you.